Hi gang, Rob here. It is the evening of 6 July 2023, Thursday night, 9 o'clock, time for a knife sale on the Apostle P channel as usual. And it will be usually awesome. Before we get into the meat of the sale, let's do a little bit of housekeeping, shall we? First up, I need you to be familiar with and agreeable to the terms of the sale if you'd like to participate tonight. I'm going to post the terms on the screen for you in just a moment. I will reprint them in the description underneath this video. Also in the description at the very top, you're going to see 3 links to previous videos on the channel. The first is entitled A Primer for Buyers. That one is a 38-minute expanded explanation of the terms of the sale. So if you are new to this weekly sales event, please give that a watch. It'll make your purchase experience go much more smoothly if you know how we do things and why. The second link is to my FAQs for Consignors video. If you're interested in using this weekly sale to move along some of your collection, that video explains how it all works from the Consignors perspective. And then the third link, as always, is to my rates and services video for the ApostleP Knife Service, the original precision sharpening service for the online knife community. So in the all-important video description, you will see those 3 links at the top, then the terms of the sale, then at the bottom, tonight's sale inventory, complete with timestamps on the left, pricing on the right. In the pricing column, you'll generally see 2 numbers. The number to the left of the slash is the price of your knife as shown in the video. The price on the right as sharpened by the ApostleP Knife Service. And we will finally, for the first time after the crash, be having next day sharpening. So if you purchase a knife to be sharpened from this sale, as long as you're one of the first 4, it'll be sharpened tomorrow the 7th and shipped out with all the as shown inventory. If you're outside those first 4, expect your sharpened knife to ship in about 3 weeks. If you see the word sold in lieu of a price on that right side, that knife has been bought and paid for by its new owner. No need to send an inquiry of any kind about anything marked sold, because those are done deals. I think that's about it for the housekeeping. Let's get the terms up on the screen for you, and then we'll be right back with the sale. Here are the terms. All right, let's get to it, shall we? First up, we have 5 leftovers from last week. So let's get to those first. You guys are going to get some screaming deals on these. The first item tonight comes only with a tag, I believe handwritten. It is the Matsuda Shinobazu. It is a fixed blade knife, extremely nicely made custom. Got a fold-over type Kydex sheath with a tech lock, black canvas micarta scales, and here's the money shot. Look at that beauty. This is handcrafted from OU31 steel. We've got a 3 7/16 blade, a 4 5/16 handle, 5/32 stock, nicely geмкed. The acid etch pattern for that blade carries even all the way around the tang. It is convex ground to about right there, and then sharpened after the etch. So you'll see that acid etch kind of fading away toward the edge. Pretty nice convex edge from the maker, I got to say. Like new, no box. Out of stock at Arizona Custom Knives. They sold out at $545. We ran this last week at $425. Did not sell at that figure. On Saturday we dropped it to $395. It is still here. Let's go $350 this week. $375 if you like it with an Apostle P edge, but I'm not saying it needs it. Pretty nicely done from the maker. And no rattle in that Kydex sheet. That's the Matsuda Shinobazu. Put that tag back in here so I don't lose it. Next up, you sort of got to be a flashlight geek for this one. Come on. It comes in a Ziploc bag with a couple stickers and a certificate of authenticity from the Barrel Flashlight Company. The model, as the card says, is the Rail, built June of 2020, aluminum barrel, Samsung 351D SK or 5K emitters, and there are 3 of them. And then the battery is a 16340. The finish is black multicam Cerakote with a Picatinny rail pattern milled into the barrel. And here's the light. Yeah. That does look a lot like an AR-15 4-end, doesn't it? Looks like we got a spring clip. There's your multicam. It is a tail switch, clicky switch operation. It's got some red modes. All kinds of stuff going on. You'll want to get on the website and check out how it works. But anyway, let's see. We'll call it near mint, no box with COA. These are out of stock. They sold them, I think, at Arizona Custom Knives for $675. What? We ran this last week at $450. Got no takers. Dropped it to $395. It's still here. Let's do $350 this week on the Barrel Rail flashlight. Next up, we have one from Luft. And it's not the fanny pack, but the fanny pack you get for free. And inside the fanny pack, the Luft fanny pack, there is all kinds of swag from Luft. I mean, more swag than you could ever imagine you would need is in this bag. I mean, there's koozies, there's microfiber cloths, there's hanks, there's stickers, there's everything. But that's not why you came to look at the silly fanny pack. You came to look at this pouch. Wait, I'm kidding. You came to look at the knife. This is the Luft Avant Titanium. So it is a liner lock knife with titanium scales, natural finished and a little blasted, nice sort of honeycomb milling pattern, deep carry wire clip that is ambidextrous. It is a ball bearing flipper. Kind of a stylized Spyderco profile, wouldn't you say? The blade is M390, 3 5/16 inches in length. Nice crown spine. The handle, 4.5. It is a titanium liner lock, and it engages thusly. Lockup is dead rock solid. Ball bearing action is pretty sweet. Does have a nice low profile, discreet little flipper tab. Works great. We'll call this one like new in pouch. These are out of stock. When they were available, they were $350 web retail. We ran this last week at $320. Dropped it to $290 for the weekend. Oh, I forgot to mention the zirconium pivot collars and backspacer. So dropped it to $290 on Saturday. It's still here. Let's do $260 like it is, and $290 with an Apostle P edge. Next day sharpening is available. That's the Luft Avant TI. Next up, oh guys, this so rarely happens. I don't know what to do. I guess we'll just sell it again, or try to sell it again. From Great Eastern Cutlery, a rare and desirable GEC branded pocket knife. That means 440C stainless steel. And on this knife, it makes a lot of sense. It's the number 15S116EO in natural canvas micarta. That's the GEC Acorn number 15 Navy knife. And you know that because it comes with that hat pin. Here's the knife. On a number 15 boy's knife frame with an easy open notch, the Acorn shield, the satin finish, natural canvas micarta. Blade has a nail nick, but you're going to pinch it, thusly. And there is your 440C blade telling you that it is a Navy knife. Kind of a pronounced sheep's foot. And you guys know the history of the rope knife. This blade profile, usually on a larger pattern, would be used to cut rope by setting the rope down on a piece of wood, setting the knife down on the rope, and pounding it with a wooden hammer. So you get 3 7/16 inches of closed length, about a 7 pull. Walk and talk are stunning. Centering is down the middle. Condition, like new in the tube with button. I think there are still 2 of these available on eBay. If you'd like to do a buy it now at $599, you can have one. We ran this one last week at $350. I thought that was kind of a bargain. I really thought it was a bargain at $320 on Saturday, but no, still here. Let's do $280 like it is. $300 if you'd like it with an Apostle P edge, and next day sharpening is available if it's one of the first 6. The GEC Acorn number 15 Navy knife. Next up, I think I teased you guys about this one yesterday. It is a Civivi, but look how long the box is. Well, this box houses the Civivi Elementum fixed blade. A nicely done Kydex sheath. A Civivi branded tech lock. 0 rattle. And then you get this. It's the murdered out Elementum fixed blade. Kind of a tumbled DLC finish. Black G10 scales. I love how they use the Civivi pivot trademark in affixing the G10 scales to this fixed blade knife. Comes with a gutted paracord lanyard. Pretty nice knife. Let's see. D2 steel, 4 inches of blade length, 4.5 inches of handle. We'll call it near mint in box. There is a scratch. Where is it? Right there. Just into the coating. Okay. So we'll call it near mint in box. These are $75 web retail. Let's do this one at $50 shipped. Priority mail all in. $75 if you like my edge on it. That's the Civivi Elementum fixed blade. All right, that gets us to the fresh stuff, and we're going to start it off with a couple of combo deals. And here's the first one. This will be in your inventory as CRKT Combo, and it's going to feature the Squid, which is a 2490GK, black G10 scale, stainless steel frame lock with a black wash finish, a black wash blade in 8CR13 MOV, 2¼ blade, 3.5 handle. There's the lock engagement on your stainless steel frame lock. The clip is going to be right hand deep carry tip up. Lock is rock solid. Very smooth action, I believe, on nylon bearings. Yep. Blade centering is going to be right down the middle. Condition is near mint in box. And then you have the Buku, the 2460 Buku, another stainless steel frame lock. This one's got a over travel stop in it. Deep carry, right hand tip up clip. Big old blade, huh? 8CR13 MOV. 3 3/4 inches of blade with an oval opening hole. Nice bidirectional satin. And both these are Lucas Burnley designs, by the way. There's your lock engagement. It's rock solid. This one I think is riding on phosphor bronze, if you can see in there. Blade centering, pretty squared away. Might favor the right just slightly. Both of these knives I'm going to call near mint in box. They might actually be like new. So the Squid sells online retail for 30 bucks. The Buku sells for 45. So what's that, 75 bucks? You can have them both shipped priority mail, all in 50 bucks plus 25 each to sharpen. That is the CRKT Combo. Next up, well, let's do another combo of budget knives. This is a pair from Kershaw, and this will be in your inventory as Kershaw Combo. The first knife is the 7006 CU, which is a copper-handled mini Natrix. So you got 3 3/4 of handle length. You got a ball bearing flipper, D2 blade with that fuller. Blade is 2 3/4. You have a subframe lock of stainless steel. There's your engagement. Rock solid lockup. Nice centering. Ambidextrous tip up deep carry clip. And the handle is solid copper. And then the second knife in this combo is the 4383 Culpeper. A traditional slip joint pocket knife made in China for Kershaw. Polished black G10 handle. Stainless steel bolsters, brass liners. Nice clip point blade. It is a Cam Tang operated blade. The steel is 7CR17 MOV. Closed length is 4 1/8. Pretty nice walk and talk on a Cam Tang. Pull weight's about 6 1/2. Blade is centered right down the middle of the blade well. We'll call these both like new, near mint to like new in box. The Mini Natrix has a web retail of 45, and then the Culpeper sells for 29 online. So what is that, 74 bucks? Let's do them both shipped priority mail, all in 50 bucks plus 25 each to sharpen on the Mini Natrix and the Culpeper. That's the Kershaw Combo, and next day sharpening is available on those, in case you were wondering. Next up, we have one from Civivi. Well, it's in a little box. This is the C914 Alpha Rustic Gent with a black G10 handle, carbon fiber bolster, gray stainless steel liner, and satin finish D2. Comes in a pocket slip with a clip. That might indicate we have a slip joint fusion knife, and we do. Here is the Rustic Gent, a rather handsome little fusion slip joint. There is your satin finished, or like blasted G10 satin finished carbon fiber bolsters. Civivi pivot, screw construction. It's a lockback knife, not a slip joint, but it's got one little trick. It's got a half stop. Pull weight is very light, but not important because it's a lock blade. Lockup is rock solid. And I believe this is on phosphor bronze. I think I looked in there. Yes, it is. Pretty squared away little blade. D2 steel. Closed length is 3 7/8, so the blade length would be really close to 3 inches. Nice fuller, hollow ground satin, very high. Pretty good looking clip point. We'll call this near mint to like new inbox with slip. And these sell with a web retail price of about 75 bucks at your favorite knife purveyor. Let's do this one, 50 bucks shipped priority mail, 75 if you'd like it with an Apostle P edge. That's the Civivi 914A Rustic Gent. Next up, I have a flashlight with no box, no paperwork, but here's what it is. Kind of a cool light. Check out how the barrel is ringed in purple and gold or orange tritium. We have a solid titanium barrel, very nicely milled. Kind of a dark stonewash finish. Even got a milled titanium pocket clip. 3 LED emitters. An 18350 battery. It is a clicky switch. I don't know, 4 or 5 modes, it looks like. Lots of light coming out of that little sucker. We're going to call this near mint, no box. There is your, where is it? Where's the, oh, the maker's mark is on the tail cap. So 3 3/8 inches of overall length. These sell web retail of about $225 new. Let's do this one at $165 like it is, no need to sharpen. The Mechforce Mechtorch Gen 2. Next up, we got one from Real Steel. What is it? The knife inside is a Megalodon M390 micarta. This is a dealer exclusive for Indiana Knives. Indiana Knives, a pretty cool Megalodon because the micarta makes it so light. This is a big knife, guys. And it's in a premium steel. I love the lock bar cutout on the Megalodon. You got a steel inserted titanium frame lock, titanium spring clip, ball bearing flipper mechanism. There is your full flat ground M390 blade. That is 3 7/8 inches in length. The handle's 4 13/16. There is your lock engagement. Beautiful. Rock solid lockup. Nice drop shutty ball bearing action. Beautiful centering. Condition is like new in the box. These are discontinued and out of stock. When they were available, they had a web retail at Indiana Knives of $170. Let's do this one at $120 like it is. $145 with an ApostleP edge. Next day sharpening available if it's one of the first 4. That's the Real Steel Megalodon M390 net can for natural canvas. Next up, we had one of these a week ago, different model, but a Vosteed knife. Outer box, kind of a soft touch coated tin. Inner box and some goodies. This is the Vosteed LAB31M4 Labrador. Wearing some green canvas micarta scales. Nice gold anodized pivot collars. Deep carry tip-up pocket clip that's going to be right hand only. It is a ball bearing flipper. Whoops, it's better than that. There. 154 cm blade. Kind of a tumbled black coating. You saw me flip it badly. You also have thumb studs. Work great. Blade centering's dead down the middle. That 154 cm blade is 3 11/16 inches in length. Kind of a sexy drop point. Lockup is rock solid and engaged thusly. Condition on the Labrador like new in box. These are currently out of stock. They're available for pre-order at a couple websites at $84. This one can be yours. $65 like it is. $90 with an ApostleP edge and next day sharpening available if it's one of the first 4. That's the Vosteed LAB31M4 Labrador. Next up, we've had a number of these knives on the sale, but I'm not sure we've had one in this configuration. It's from Qvist Blade Works, and it is the model that makes you love them. It's the Qvist variant PE2. Is that Production Edition 2 or something like that? Anyway, this one is wearing the titanium scales. So I guess you could call it a front flipper. The blade is 14C28 and a beautiful steel from Sandvik and not nearly appreciated enough. It is a stainless steel liner lock mechanism. Locks up thusly and rock solid. Ball bearing pivot. perfect blade centering buried down in there. The clip is polished stainless steel. Tip up, deep carry, and it is right hand only. I think you can open it thusly. You could if I was better at it. It flips better than it flicks. Nice stone wash on the blade. So let's see, blade length is 2 15/16. Handle is 3 7/8. It's like new in the box. These went quickly in this last run. They're out of stock. They sold for $100 web retail. I saw one that sold on eBay in this configuration with the titanium scales. It did $120. So apparently you guys like this knife. Let's do this one at $95, like new in the box, perfect mechanically. Can't beat it. $95 like it is $120 with an ApostleP edge. That's the Qvist variant PE2. Next up, I had this one in the teaser yesterday. It's from Kershaw. It's made in the USA, and it is the Skyline. Model 1760 Jade. How cool is this, guys? Oh. Yep, you got natural G10. So translucent you can see the phosphor bronze washers around the pivot. You got the old Kershaw butter knife clip, right hand tip up or down. You've got a flipper on phosphor bronze that works perfectly. You got a stonewash blade and CPM 20 CV. 3 1/8 blade, 4 1/4 handle. One of the best knives in the hand you will ever put in your hand. Trust me. Oh, a legend. Now in an updated steel with a cool scale set. Let's see, lockup is rock solid. They almost always are. There's your engagement. Beautiful, smooth phosphor bronze action. Perfect blade centering. Like new in the box. These are out of stock, and it was a Blade HQ exclusive. Kind of looks like one, doesn't it? They sold at $100 quickly. I don't think I found any on eBay either. I think guys are hanging on to these. This is a perfect example, like new in the box. Let's just do it at $100. That's the Kershaw 1760 Jade Skyline. Next up, we have reached the save me from myself moment. Actually, there are a couple in this sale. Oh, time for a little run of Spydercos, and we're going to start it with the little box. The knife inside is a Dragonfly 2 ODFRN and a black blade, something like that. Oh, look at that. Yeah. So, I believe this is a DLT exclusive that is gone. So you've got gorgeous OD green FRN. Did I say gorgeous FRN? I did. Black hardware, black deep carry, paperclip clip, ambidextrous, tip up. You got a DLC coated blade in CPM crew wear. Oh, love it. Love it. 2 1/4 inch blade, 3 5/16 handle, rock solid lockup, nice free blade action. Centering's hard to see, but it's down the middle. Conditions like new in the box. Out of stock at DLT, the only retail that carried them. One sold on eBay recently for $115, and that's the only one. I guess the guys are hanging on to these. I think we sold one a few weeks ago. Let's do $100. Shipped priority mail, $120 with an ApostleP edge. That's in your inventory as Spyderco Dragonfly 2 OD DLC Crew for crew wear. Next up, man, I'd love it that this knife won't die. I love it. From Spyderco, we have a Lum Tanto black M390 blade, and that's not all. We've got gorgeous OD green G10 scales. Man, do they look good on that knife. Open construction with hourglass standoffs. a matte black clip that will be tip up right hand only. I guess Bob thought everyone should be right-handed. This is made in Seki City, Japan. There is your M390 designation. Gorgeous DLC on this knife. Yeah. 3 3/4 inches blade. It doesn't seem like that big a knife, but it is. 5-inch handle. It is a stainless steel liner lock. There's your engagement. It's right in the middle of the blade tang. It is rock solid. And this is riding on Teflon washers. Blade centering looks pretty squared away. Action is awesome. Lockup is rock solid. So this knife also was a Blade HQ exclusive. They're gone, out of stock. These sold new for $290. Country Knives has them in stock at $345. You're welcome to go over to Country Knives and pay $345 for one. Sold listings on eBay running between $310 and $453. Let's do this one at $300. I think that makes it the cheapest like new in box OD green and DLC coded M390 in the world. $330 if you like it with my edge. It's in your inventory. A Spyderco Lum Tonto OD DLC M390. Next up, I know I teased you guys about this one yesterday. It's a Spyderco from Taichung. It is the Smock Black Blade Natural G10 and a CPM M4 blade. This is the Rob's pick tonight. The early birds did not see it. How stunning is that? I love the way the black hardware kind of ghosts through the natural or Jade G10. You got the polished sort of PVD clip. And look at this, guys. The way they do this coating on the smock after that beautiful satin, that is so good looking. And there is your blade steel designation. So kind of a mid-height saber hollow grind on the M4 blade. You've got your ball bearing pivot. You can open it with the hole. You can open it with the flipper. Most people can if you don't bang it into the table. You got a ball bearing pivot. You got beautiful blade centering. Let's see. So you've got a compression lock with a button actuator, right? And to clear that mechanism, you've got that forward choil. 3 7/16 blade, 4.5 handle. It is like new in the box. Of course, it was a Blade HQ exclusive. They're discontinued, not stock. Country Knives has them for $345. Sold listings on eBay running between $332 and $452. How about $330 for this one? Like new in the box. $360 with an ApostleP edge. The Spyderco Smock Jade DLC M4. The Rob's pick tonight. Next up, the Spidey show continues. This one comes to us from the USA, Golden, Colorado, USA, Earth. And it says Paramilitary 2, black and purple. Really? Really? Black and purple? Yeah, really. Here we go. A DLT exclusive, purple G10, black hardware, DLC coated blade in CPM crew wear. Yeah, rock solid, free swinging, centered up like new in the box. Oh, let's see, these are actually still in stock for $182 if you want to buy a brand new one, or you could buy this brand new one all in shipped priority mail, $160. Like it is. $185 with an ApostleP Edge. Let's see, it's $182 at DLT, or just buy this one for about the same price and you get a real edge. How about that? That's the Spyderco Para 2 PRP DLC CRU purple DLC crew wear. Next up, rumor has it. Well, I'll tell you about the rumor in a minute. First, the knife, Spyderco, from Golden, Colorado, USA Earth. I got a pair 3 in orange with a black CTS XHP blade. Must be a Cutlery Shop exclusive, and it is. I hear that CTS XHP is going away, and I believe that's what that is. DLC coded. Orange FRN, black hardware. Black deep carry paperclip clip. That'll be ambidextrous tip up. They got a compression lock on it. Not quite a free swinger. Lock up is perfect. Centering, not quite there. It is a little off to the right as you're looking at it. Condition is absolutely like new in the box. These are discontinued and out of stock and probably won't get made again, not in this steel. Let's do $190 like it is, $220 with an ApostleP Edge. That is Spyderco Para 3 Lightweight OR DLC XHP. Next day sharpening available if you're one of the first 4. Next up, this is kind of funny, I think. It's a Spyderco. It's made in the USA, Golden, Colorado, USA Earth. It is a Manix 2 XL murdered, okay? A Manix 2 XL murdered. Here's why this is funny. I owned the satin version of this knife years ago. One of my early knife reviews. I didn't love it. You guys killed me in the comments. You'd be killing me in the comments for years. I think I'm the only one. In fact, this knife actually took its pound of flesh. That little cut in the end of my pinky was from swinging the knife close and having my finger over the blade well yesterday while I was setting up for the video. Anyway, you've got a black G10 scale set. You got black hardware. You got an ambidextrous tip up pocket clip. You got a caged ball lock mechanism. You got a nearly free swinging blade. DLC coated in S30V. Blade length is 3 7/8. The handle 5 1/16. Man, there's all kinds of real estate to grip these things anywhere you want. Lockup is rock solid. Centering is dead. Condition is like new in the box. You can still buy these. They've been making them for, gosh, 10 years, I guess, something like that. Spyderco map pricing on currently in stock knives at your favorite retailer will be $221, or just buy this one, $180 like it is, $205 with an ApostleP Edge. The Spyderco Manix 2 XL murdered. Next up, ooh, guys, ooh, it's shaman time. It sure is. Spyderco, Golden, Colorado, USA Earth. This says Shaman Plain Edge Almax. Just Shaman Plain Edge Almax. Ooh, doesn't that look good in gray G10? Yes, it does. The beautifully radius G10 handle. Solid steel backspacer. The robust leaf blade. About 150,000 stock. High saber, almost a full height flat grind. There is your steel designation. I love how they're using the old Spyderco logo. Rock solid lockup, forward finger choil, great jimping, compression lock, free drop in action. Blade is just about perfectly centered, might be a hair off to the left. Condition is absolutely like new in the box. This is a Blade Ops exclusive. They are out of stock. When they were available, they were $235. Haha. Country Knives has them, of course. They always do, for $320. Yeah, sold listings on eBay running between $291 and $379. Let's do this one at $290. Like it is, $320 with an apostrophe edge. That's the Spyderco Shaman, Gray, Satin, Elmax. Next day sharpening available if it's one of the first four. Next up, the Shaman Show. Subset of the Spidey Show will continue. Here we go. This Shaman says plain edge forest green. A forest green Shaman. That's what it is. And when we see this color, G10, we usually think Knife Works exclusive, and this would be true for this knife. But what's the steel? Looks like a little Carpenter CTS 204P. Oh, yeah. That is the Carpenter M390 analog. Gorgeous satin on this one. Made in Golden, Colorado, USA, right here on the earth. Lock up, rock solid. Free swinging blade. Perfectly centered. It is like new in the box. Discontinued and out of stock at Knife Works. Sold listings on eBay run between $290 and $386, and that knife that I think was $290 wasn't real pretty. This one can be yours. $300 like it is, $330 with an apostrophe edge. It's the Spyderco Shaman Green Satin 204P. Next up, the only automatic in tonight's sale comes to us from Guardian Tactical. Superior knife manufacturing, made in USA. The knife inside is the Guardian Tactical Recon 035 in OD green. This is a squared away OTF automatic. OD green hard anodized aluminum handle. The Recon 035 on this side. Then you got some patent information over here. On the acid stonewash clip, it'll tell you the serial number, which I believe says 11369. Nice button design because of the ramp. Very nice. Just medium button effort. Even with arthritis, I think you could do this. It makes a great thunk. Really does. Normal play. A stonewashed swedged spear in Elmax, 3 3/8 inches long. The handle is 4 7/16. The clip will be right hand tip up only, or tip down, because it's tip down. Nice. So 3 3/8 by 4 7/16. Pretty efficient blade to handle for an OTF. And man, is it nice in the hand. Especially the underside. It's just beautiful. Like new in the box. Although the box said retail $298, you said a street web retail of $270. They're gone, at least in this colorway. This one can be yours at $230 like it is, $260 with an apostrophe edge. That's the Guardian Tactical Recon 035 OTF automatic. Next up, well, that was Guardian time. Let's do a little Microtech time now, shall we? Oh, so this is an Annex, but it is not an SE. It is not an SE, so it's in the wrong box. Everything else is right. Maybe they just misprinted the label. This is a plain edge knife. SE would indicate a combo serrated and plain. But it is an Annex with a plain edge, DLC titanium handle, DLC blade, DLC titanium pivot collar, and a carbon fiber inlay. So that stuff's all right. So here's the knife. How cool is that? It's got a little palm swell, which makes the carbon fiber do cool things in the light. I don't know if you can See that? Yeah. So yeah, DLC titanium handle and hardware. Gorgeous milled titanium clip with ceramic ball retention. And then you've got screw-in cable lanyards. So let's take the ball out. And we'll put in the spike. Beautifully threaded as well. Very easy to start. How about that? Okay. So it opens with a fuller. Sort of. I'm not super adept at flicking this knife. It's a ball bearing pivot. Gorgeous finish on the blade. And you gotta love Microtech. Sometimes they just decide we don't need to know what steel it is. This is one of those times. It's listed as premium steel. So sometimes it's M390, sometimes it's Almax, who knows, could be anything. 3 11/16 blade, 4 7/8 inch handle, titanium frame lock with a steel inserted lock interface. There's your engagement. Lockup is rock solid. Ball bearing action is nice. Centering is perfect. You don't see too many Microtechs off center. Condition like new in the box. Oh, let's see. Oh, there's one mark in the blade. Let me see if I can find it. Right there where the plunge starts, right behind the logo, there is the tiniest little nick. That's it. So very near mint in box. Let's see. These are available brand new. They will cost you $606 at your favorite web retailer. Or just buy this one. $460. Like it is, $490 with an Apostle P edge. Next day sharpening available if you're one of the first 4. That is the Microtech Annex DLC. Next up. We got one of them there boxes. I think that's Andrew Demko's signature. It's an AD 20.5 in titanium. Beautiful bead blasted titanium scales. Looks like they might have given them just a gentle tumble. The lefty clip is in the box. The right hand tip up deep carry is installed. It is a slotted clip point blade with a nice acid stonewash. Blade steel, I think you can see it, is 3V. And this is one of the Taiwanese AD 20.5s. The shark lock locks up awesomely. Flicks home beautifully. Centers up perfectly. You got 3 3/16 inches of 3V clip point, and then you got 4.5 inches of handle. I'll call this near mint in box. They are out of stock. When they were available for purchase on the web, the knife guys had them on sale for $315, but they're gone. Sold listings on eBay run between $278 and $450. Most of them in the mid to high 300s. This one can be yours, $280, like it is. $305 with an Apostle P edge. That's in inventory as Demko AD 20.5 smooth titanium. Next up, we have a straggling shaman from Spyderco. This one, I think, might be the pièce de résistance. It says Shaman Plain, green micarta. That's it, just Shaman Plain, green micarta. Hum ho, ho hum. It's OD green canvas micarta to be exact. Ordered specifically by its exclusive retailer, Blade HQ. And this is wearing a very cool, I'm not sure what brand this is. It might be a Lynch, it might be an MXG, but a lanyard capable clip in satin finished titanium, deep carry. I do not have the original clip for this knife, by the way. I don't think. I do not have the original clip. I thought I put that in my copy, but maybe I didn't. What's the blade steel on a Blade HQ exclusive in green canvas? It's just CPM M4. Pretty nice satin for M4. It goes kicking and screaming when you try to finish it. Rock solid lockup. Not quite a free swinger, but close. Blade centering is centered up. Lock engagement. Oh yeah, it's beautiful. Condition, we'll say like new in the box. And this Blade HQ exclusives discontinued, not a stock. Sold listings on eBay. They ain't cheap, boys. Between $330 and $375. This like new in box example will cost you just $320, like it is. $350 with an ApostleP edge. That's the Spyderco Shaman OD Canvas Satin M4. Next up. Oh, here we go, boys. It looks like a Chavez Ultramar. And it is. What is it? Well, it's a Rendition 229 Tonto. Oh. There's your satin M390 blade. 3 9/16 in length. 4 9/16 inches of chunky titanium handle. Wearing the Mick Jagger skull clip, but if you think that's a little over the top, the plain clip is included. 3 o'clock engagement on the titanium frame lock with the steel insert. There it is. They're engaged about, 35-40% maybe. Beautiful lockup. Super nice ball bearing action. Perfectly centered. I love the light tumble on that blasted titanium. Oh, there's a little speck of dirt right there. Son of a gun. Anyway. We're going to call this one near mint in box. With both clips. These are out of stock. They last sold out at $375. This one can be yours $295 like it is. $330 with an ApostleP edge. The Chavez Ultramar Rendition 229 Tonto. Next up, this knife I teased you about yesterday, and the more I've played with this, the cooler it gets. This is from Winter Blade, and it is the Factor. The Factor comes in this box with way too much stuff. Can barely get the lid closed. There we go. So I thought that's a little odd. It's a little odd because usually when you see a knife that has titanium on one side and carbon fiber on the other, the show side would be carbon fiber. In this case, it's titanium. And the carbon fiber is over here. That clip appears to be ambidextrous tip up. Because there's that extra hole. I think it is. Interesting pivot. It kind of looks like an axis lock, but it doesn't have any springs in it. You open the knife, you can either do it like that with that hole, or you can push this. So what makes the lock go forward? Well, it's a magnet. You get a flip with a little authority ball bearing pivot. Let's see, if you were going to be a lefty, could you do it? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Very interesting. Okay, here's the deal. M390 blade, 2 7/8 inches in length. Does it work in the hand? It kind of does. Handle is 4 1/4. So I'm not sure what they call that magnetic axis lock, but I'm going to call it a magnetic axis lock, and it works really good. I'm going to call it near mint in box. It looks like there's some little trails in the titanium right there just from being in the pocket, but no big deal. These are out of stock. When they were available, they were $375 web new, and this is the batch 2, the B2. One recently sold on eBay. Get this, $569. That's the only sold listing I found. I think you guys are a bit crazy for these. Price on this one, $460 like it is, $490 with an ApostleP edge. That's the Winter Blade Factor B2. Next up, we have one from QSP. I love when the Chinese write slogans in English. Better knife, better life. Kind of reminds me of a Spyderco smock. In fact, when I shot either the thumbnail or the open, I thought I was grabbing the smock, but I grabbed this. That's interesting, huh? It is the QSP Penguin in D2 with an ApostleP edge. Really? Good looking sheep cliff. Let's see, is the edge any good? Oh, it's sticky sharp, guys. Oh. 3 1/16 inches of tumbled DLC D2. 4 1/16 inches of handle. Jade or natural G10 black hardware. Deep carry clip, ambidextrous. Stainless steel liner lock mechanism, engaged thusly. Lockup is rock solid. You know, I wrote ball bearings in my description, but I don't think it is. Let me take a look. I'll be right back. Well, upon closer examination, it's phosphor bronze, but man, does it work good. Lockup is rock solid. Action is perfect. Centering is as well. I would call it like new in the box, but it's got an ApostleP edge on it. Now, you can buy this knife brand new for $32 with lame factory edge. Or you can buy this one for $30 with an ApostleP edge, all sharpened up and ready to go. $30. The QSP Penguin D2 TAP. Next up, it's another Save Me From Myself moment. We don't need that. So, we've got the new Ontario knife box since 1889, and it says it's a Red Rat 1. And when they say red, they ain't joking. Look at that. Red G10, deeply textured. Black clip, 4-way positionable. Nothing flicks like a rat. There's your full flat ground blade in what? Does that say S35VN? I believe it does. There is your lock engagement, nice and early. Phosphor bronze washers. You could probably go looser, but the flick's so good. There's your blade centering, pretty doggone close. So for those of you who don't know, the Rat 1 sports a blade, full flat ground drop point, 3 5/8 inches in length. The handle is 4 15/16. When you put it in your hand, you will not want to put it down. So not only do you get the knife, but you get from Way of Knife a set of OD green canvas micarta scales, which if that were mine, it would probably be wearing those. I'm just saying. So these were, you know what, they were available a couple places, and most places are sold out. There's one retailer that still has one for $100, okay, just for the knife. These knife scales from Way of Knife, about $50 a set. So $150. Let's just do this one at $95, all in, shipped priority mail, and $120 if you'd like it with an ApostleP edge. That is in your inventory is Ontario Rat 1 Red S35 VN. Next up, oh, it's a long reach, boys. We got one from SOG. It's the Visionary II. It's a pretty cool little piece of SOG history here, I think. You've got some FRN scales that look a lot like G10, but I think they're FRN because that logo looks molded in, yeah. You got the old deep carry SOG clip with the traction for extrication. That is going to be ambidextrous tip up. And you've got the old SOG arc lock mechanism, which instead of being a bar that slides in a channel, is a bar that swings from a pivot and a spring. You got a VG10 blade and a very cool coating. I don't know exactly what that is, but it looks a lot like a Cerakote. Let's see, 3 5/8 inches of swoopy, soggy, hollow ground VG10, and then the handle is 4 5/8. It is super nice in the hand. Jimping works awesome. Arc lock works awesome. More awesome than I just showed you. There we go. Blade centering is just about perfect. Other than the wear on the clip, which is slight, the knife is just about new. We'll call it near mint in box. These are discontinued and out of stock. When they were last available, they had a web retail of $120. Son of a gun if that knife doesn't have a polished edge. It does, and it's sharp. So we're not even going to offer a sharpening price on this one. And we're not going to charge you $120 like they were on the web when they were new. Let's do $75 all in, shipped priority mail. The SOG Visionary II. Next up, man, another save me from myself moment. Guys, don't nap on this one, or it's going in the glove box of my truck. I'm just saying. In fact, this should, if you are a dude and you have a truck, there should be one of these in the glove box. It's from Cold Steel. It's the SRK. The Search and Rescue Knife. It comes in a secure X sheath, read molded plastic, but super well done. It comes with a nylon dangle, multi-positionable, that is removable. Nice positive snap, no rattle, nice thumb break. Here's the knife, and this is in SK5 steel, by the way. 6 inches of blade, 4 3/4 inches of Cray X handle, not Craton, Cray X. Super nice in the hand, super soft, but still grippy. Brass lanyard tube. Looks like maybe 5/32 stock. Condition, near mint in box. You can buy these brand new for $44, probably plus tax plus postage, from your favorite web retailer, or just buy this one all in, shipped priority mail, $30 flipping dollars, 60 with an ApostleP edge. That's the Cold Steel SRK in SK5. Next up, it's watch time. You guys saw me wearing this yesterday if you saw the heads up video. Comes in an interesting protective sleeve. You got another sleeve, then you got a Luminox box, you got an international warranty card. Whoops, I want to rip your sleeve. Okay, let's get to the watch. Well, first let's look at the hang tag. Luminox, model XS3503 NSF, and the NSF stands for Navy SEAL Foundation. Here's the watch. Oh, so it's a 3503, but it's a cool colorway, and there's the case back where you can see that The watch probably donated some of their proceeds to the Navy SEAL Foundation. So you get the Carbonox case, 46 millimeters in diameter, 51 lug to lug, about 14 thick to the top of the rider tabs on the bezel, and 24 millimeter lug width. Blue dial, orange minute hand, a nice ring of orange under the crystal in the bezel, and then your minute graduations for the first 15 minutes are in orange, 20 minutes actually. Let's see, you got 12, 15, 16 tritium vials. As best I can tell, everything glows green except the hour hand, minute hand, and lume pip on the bezel, which are kind of an orange. I did wear this watch outside late last night, and the tritium, the darker it gets, the more the tritium makes you smile. It's running a Ronda quartz movement. Date at 3. I'm going to say it is near mint in box, and a very nice leather strap with the dual pin buckle. Near mint in box. These are currently available online. I think Amazon and a couple other sellers have them for $2.99. We'll do this one at $1.95 shipped priority mail. It's the Luminox XS3503 NSF Quartz Navy SEALs watch. Next up, the last item in tonight's sale is another watch. This one is from Citizen. And the watch inside is the BM683515E Gen E. It is the Garrison, the Citizen Garrison watch. Kind of a piloty thing. Sunray black dial, black PVD case, stainless steel, nicely finished. Man, that satin is so nice. It's kind of a shame they coated it. Polished chamfers, pretty good looking. Mineral crystal. It's running the E111 Eco Drive movement. Case diameter is 42. Lug to lug is 48. Thickness is 10. And they list the strap at 21.5, but just figure 22. Date at 3 o'clock. I believe the lume is hands only, and it's not spectacular. This is the leather strap version, and I'll tell you what, it says made in Thailand and genuine leather, but it's a pretty nice leather strap. And of course, you can throw whatever 22 millimeter strap on here you want. Screw down case back, non-screw down crown. I believe the water resist is 100. Let me look here. Yes, 10 bar, so 100 meters of water resist. Of course, it charges with light. Let's see, we'll call it near mint in box. These are all over the place web pricing. I found new listings on the internet between $205 and $275. We're going to say this one though, $95, $95 shipped priority mail. That's the Citizen BM6835-15E Garrison quartz watch. And that, my friends, brings us to the end of another sale on the Apostle P channel. Hope you enjoyed it. I sure did. Grace to you and peace, my friends, from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Remember, the word is sharp. Now go get you some deals.